Hi everyone, Nevada Nail Person. So today is Saturday, February 25th, and I'm going to be sharing some of the products that I used in my makeup basket in the past week. Again, these are products that I may have in my collection, maybe some new products, just things I've used and have some thoughts on. And again, I'll be concentrating on those products, not every item that I use, just to shorten up this video. I miss the days of 8 to 10 minute videos, so I'm trying. So let's go with that. So first off, for foundation, I'm still using the Neutogena Hydro Boost for the most part, but I did use, just today actually, Stila CC Color Correcting Cream. SPF 20, and this is just again a CC cream, great for a Saturday afternoon when I'm not doing much. So I did have this in my collection, pulled it out, and it is interesting. It being color correcting comes out this green shade and it slowly develops to your shade. So it provides some color correction, some coverage. It states sheer to medium coverage, which I don't know about that. I'd have to play with it a little bit more, but I'm kind of impressed with the product. It does feel very hydrating, which I have it on now, and it feels wonderful. So, great little option to use in combination with my Neutogena Hydro Boost Hydrating Tint. So, let's start with other face products. I'm still using the Tarte Clean Slate Timeless Smoothing Perfector, and I'm really liking this. It's a potted primer, and it just provides that extra blurring or smoothness, so I just apply a little bit in the middle of my face, and I am really liking this. Now for eyes, I pulled out two of my Lorac front of the line eyeliners. This is shade, I think it's dark brown, yes, and teal. And I haven't used a blue liner in a while. In fact, it's what I have on in my waterline now, and it just smudged out a little beyond that. So you really can't see too much blue, but sometimes blue has a brightening effect on the whites of your eyes. So I thought, let's just try that. These front of the line pencils are a fave. They are retractable, so there's no sharpening, although it does have a little sharpener in the bottom. But I just tend to apply it right to the waterline. So this is teal, and you can see it's more like a blackened teal, so you don't get that bright blue, but it is blue. And then here is brown. So loving these two pencils. I've had this before, so it's a repurchase, and I think they were on special when Ulta was having their Days of Beauty, so I picked up these two shades. And then for mascara, one of my favorites, tried and true, and I love this. I have quite a few samples, and I would definitely repurchase the full size when these are gone. This is the MAC Zoom Fast Black Lash. So I feel it does have a lengthening effect. Not too much volume, some volume, but more lengthening. So on my little teeny tiny lashes, I really love this mascara. It's a long, skinny type of brush, so not a plastic but a true bristle brush. So I think it could really get in my little baby lashes and give them some length and some volume. So a favorite. For eyes, I've been using the Tarte Maneater palette, and this is just a recent purchase that I thought, well, this would be great. It has some great shades. So a nice little, tiny little compact palette, not too big, and has a nice mirror on the inside. And then when you open it, you have a nice little collection of 8 shades of what appears to be eyeshadow, and something you could probably use as a highlight as well. So one thing I wanted to say right up front, and you could see, it's very powdery. I didn't clean it because I wanted to show you some of the after effects of this, and it is also here up along the side. It's a very, very powdery product. I do like that it's a warmer neutral kind of palette. We do have some interesting shades like this Hypnotic and some everyday shades as well. So, and another thing, it smells like vanilla. So one thing I thought of as I was using this palette this week is, if you're familiar with the Swamp Queen palette from Tarte, if you're not a fan of that and its consistency, well, this reminds me very much of the Swamp Queen palette formula. So it's very powdery. It has that wonderful vanilla smell, which that palette had as well, but a lot of powder, and it is a nice palette. You get some nice everyday looks. That's what I have on my eyes right now. A combination of probably all the shades except this one, I think, today. So that's how I achieved this look. So let me swatch a few and you can see this is the biggest culprit. The Passion. Yes, Passion is probably the most powdery product. And let's see, Foxy is what I have on my lid. So this is a shimmery shade. This is a matte shade. So it's beautiful when you swatch, but it's a lot of powdery. So Purr and Saucy would be up next. So Purr and Saucy. So Purr and Saucy. So you can see right there, it's very powdery. And then this larger pan is called Lace. And I did use somewhat as a highlight this week. So it's a nice shade for highlight. These swatch really good, especially the shimmery ones, but again, very powdery. So overall, yeah, I would use it, but I'm aware now that some of Tarte's palettes are definitely leaning towards a powdery product, and if you're not a fan of that, you're not going to like this. So that's my thought on the Maneater palette. Another product I wanted to mention is this Ulta Eye Primer, and this is in the shade Champagne, I think it's called. I did receive a coupon to receive a free product, and I did receive it, but then I remembered I had this in my collection. So I put the new one away and brought this out. I just finished up my Urban Decay eyelid primer, so needed a new eye primer, so pulled out this baby. So it does state that it's an amazing crease-free formula primer with a sheer kiss of champagne color. Also recommended for use as a highlighter, which is exactly what I did. So it was kind of interesting to try an eye primer as a little bit of a sheen or of a highlight. So let me just kind of swatch that a little and you can see what I mean. So just a little tiny bit, and you can see it definitely has a little bit of a glow from within type of highlight. So using it as a primer and using it as a base highlight, I think worked out well. So really happy with this product. And then for face, I pulled out the IT Cosmetics Use Sculpted. And it is a contouring palette, and it states it's a universal contouring palette for face and body. And it comes with 4 pans of what appears to be contour and 2 highlights, 1 matte and 1 shimmery. So I did try using, now there's the shade Fair and Light, Medium, and Deep. So being light, I tried to use the Fair and the Light contours, and I think you could kind of see it kind of leans toward the warmer end, and any product I put on tends to go warmer once I put it on. So I tried this Fair shade, and initially it looks like it would be a nice contour, kind of cool, but when I tried it, it turned out kind of warm. See, I swatch, it does look a little bit cooler what you'd use with a contour, but it does appear a little bit more warm on me. So that is quite a pigmented contour. So Fair was enough for me, but originally I started out with the light shade, which there it is there. And it is a deep light contour. And I'll share the medium and deep as well. So this is medium and this is deep. So this is medium and deep. So quite pigmented. So you really have to blend these guys out. So that's the 4 shades right there. So this is the matte and the shimmery. So you're not really going to see too much of the matte, but the shimmery one is very, very light. So this was an interesting contour palette to use. Not a fan. I did have this a while and never really dug into it, so I did want to try it out. I think I have other palettes I'd like to use, but really super pigmented. So you really have to blend these out and work with them, which is kind of hard in the morning when you're trying to get dressed. So for that reason alone, I probably wouldn't use it as much as I should, because you have to really work at it. And you don't need to be contoured all day just to go to the office. So one product I wanted to mention was the a tool that I use, and when I purchased that palette, I also purchased the It Cosmetics Heavenly Luxe Use Sculpted Contour and Highlight. So basically it's a Nars Ita brush version, but it's much softer. If you're familiar with It Cosmetics brushes, it's very soft. So you really have to blend, which you do with that particular palette. So this is the perfect choice, I think. So do enjoy this brush for contour, because it has that thin angle. So you could just get in there, do a little bit of contour around the face. So interesting product to try. This is a product that was probably a fail, and I kind of knew it going into it, but I wanted to try it for myself. I'm a big fan of the Physician Formula Butter Bronzer. One of my favorite bronzers. It's a great tone for me. It just blends out really nice. It smells wonderful. So when I heard that they came out with the butter blushes, I was all about that. So needed to try it. Did get them on discount. That's why I have both. Traded in my dollars from CVS and Walgreens, whatever it was. So I did pick up both shades, which are Natural Glow and Plum Rose. And I do have on Natural Glow right now. So when you see it in the pan, it does look very similar to the Butter Bronzer, in that it has this little wavy pattern. And it has that slight sheen as well, which the Butter Bronzer has as well. But this is definitely more of a highlight than a true blush. So that again is what I have on now, and you could see there's hardly any pigment. So yeah, even with my lighter skin tone, that's way too light for me. It's more of a blush topper, if you will. It does have that wonderful scent, which I love, but again, not much of a true blush for the Natural Glow shade. If it were a highlighter, I guess they should have labeled it a highlighter. Then it wouldn't have, there wouldn't be any doubts. It would be straight up highlighter. So this is the blush shade in Plum Rose, which is a little bit deeper, a little bit cooler. So that's nice, right? So here it is swatched. Again, very, very, very light. This one does have a little bit more pigment in it. So when you apply it as a blush, it does appear very, very slightly. Again, with the sheen, it does have that sheen. So you'd probably want to use it on its own without a highlight. So you can see definitely this one, it has a lot more pigment than the other one. So, okay, so I tried it. So not my favorite. I'd probably get more use out of the Plum Rose than the Natural Glow. So just my thoughts. And then finally, lipstick. I got this and used it from the moment I got it. I'm a big fan of Kat Von D liquid lipsticks, and this is the shade Ludwig, which is one of her newer ones, which is she created like six, I think it's 6 newer nude shades, and this is what I have on right now. So I think this is named after her cat or her love for Beethoven. Don't know which one. She likes both. So I guess her cat is named after Beethoven. I don't know. But I guess her lipstick is an homage to Beethoven and her cat as well. Loving this shade. Great formula. Yes, liquid lipsticks are a little drying. Have to use a little bit more lip balm, whatnot. But love this lipstick. Still going through this Pharmacy Skin Dew. I do like the smell of it. It does feel hydrating. It does say it's a hydrating mist. Just a total package fail, which is why I'm using this mini. I have to pour it into the mini size because the sprayer on the full size is horrible. So that is it. If you have any questions, let me know. Please subscribe. I'll leave the bubble here along with last week's video as well, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.